IMPOWER is a nonprofit organization that offers a continuum of care addressing mental and behavioral health and child well-being. They offer a range of care and programs. Among them are outpatient mental health services, substance abuse treatment, foster care and adoption services, and residential youth support. The particular program that I was a part of is known as The Village, which is their traditional housing and homelessness prevention program. The Village houses young adults who outgrew foster care but still need some help and guidance getting on their feet. Many of these young adults did not finish high school and are therefore working towards earning their GED. This is where my role comes into play. I was asked to fulfill the position as the GED tutor during my time as a volunteer. This leads me to the question, how does being in foster care affect one's education? And moreover, how does a lack of education affect one's overall success? Of the many, many amazing things IMPOWER does for its members, I was able to not only witness, but be a part of the solution to these problematic questions. The Village helps their residents find jobs, learn life skills, and much more. However, a common problem that hinders the young adults from moving forward is their lack of education. Being in foster care as a child often results in dropping out of high school. In fact, over 50% of the Village's residents did not graduate with a high school diploma. IMPOWER helps these young adults by enrolling them in GED schooling and eventually paying for their GED test once the individual is ready. However, many of these individuals need more resources to help them earn their GED. That is why IMPOWER designated me as their GED tutor. This position was perfect for me because I currently work in the UCF Writing Center as a peer tutor, and although we focus specifically on the subject of writing, we do undergo heavy training on tutoring practices across multiple disciplines. I was surprised to learn that they did not have a permanent position for a GED tutor, especially because the demand for one was so high. I would say that this is one area they could improve in, but before my semester of volunteering was over, IMPOWER offered me a paid part-time position as their permanent GED tutor. They said I was such a valuable asset to the young adults that they didn't want me to leave. It was an honor being given this opportunity, and I am pleased to say I eagerly accepted the position. This experience taught me a lot about myself. I already knew I loved tutoring students at the college level, but I didn't know I would value my experience tutoring individuals for the GED so much. To my surprise, it was actually not that different. Many of the individuals at the Village are much smarter than their lack of a high school diploma might imply. They just haven't had the guidance necessary to apply themselves. The difference, however, lies within their motivation for learning. The students I tutor that come into the Writing Center at UCF are usually there for the sole purpose of getting a good grade on their paper. However, the individuals who I tutor at the Village are truly there to learn. These young adults who go back to school to earn their GED, even when all odds have been against them, are truly doing it for themselves and for their future. It was really cool being able to experience firsthand some of the things that we were already learning about in class. For example, we spent a substantial amount of time learning about stereotypes and how they can have a negative influence on people of different groups. The common stereotype at hand in my service learning project was this idea that people without a high school diploma are not smart or not capable. Many employers would not hire the residents from the Village because of this. This is a shame because, like I mentioned, many of the individuals were actually very smart, and it was their bad situation that withheld them from completing school at that time. These stereotypes do have a negative psychological impact on the residents as they begin to think that they themselves are not capable, when that is certainly not true. This experience has taught me a lot about community. Most of the young adults who reside in this group home do not have close family members. The staff and coordinators, the volunteers, and the other residents are their family. They eat together, they work together, and they talk to one another about their successes and their struggles. This is what it means to be a part of something bigger than yourself, to be a part of a community. This is what it looks like to be a part of IMPOWER.